Hello, it's Ash and welcome to my channel. You are ready for a stretch, you've just been out for a run. Well, we're going to make a start in a seated position. So start with a little bit of a wiggle, get nice and tall, relax your shoulders. And we're going to make a start on an area that a lot of people neglect, and I do in my shorter videos as well. I try and get this in as much as possible, but it is hard. We're going to work on the spine and the shoulders. So this is my right hand, but it's your left. So let's place the left hand down with the fingers pointing out away from the hips to the side. Keep the spine long, so push the belly button forward, get nice and tall so we're not collapsing down. And then from here, we're going to start to bring this right arm nice and slowly. Keep this left shoulder relaxed, left elbow relaxed, and just start to take a nice side stretch of the spine, so lateral flexion of the spine, because running, so if you pause here for a moment, running is very linear, it's front back. So this is nice just to open up and stretch those ribs, stretch the armpits and the shoulder area. Take a nice breath into those open ribs. As you breathe out, gently come over to the other side like a slow wave. Rest this right hand to the floor, relax this right shoulder and elbow. Start to bring the head over. Keep the spine lifting nice and long so you're up and round, not kind of collapsing down. And bring this left hand up and across. Create that nice good stretch all the way down the side of the ribs and the spine. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, we're coming over to the other side. And we're just making that nice slow movement now. Nice and relaxed, coming over to the side, breathing in. And as you exhale, we're coming over nice and slowly like a wave to the other side. And just do that in your own inhale and exhale now. Make it as light and as easy and as stretchy as you need to. And find those areas that just need a little bit of pushing into, maybe into the ribs. You can look down or look up to ease the neck. And just breathe and move with this. We're just taking that stiffness, that tightness out the shoulders and the ribs. Sit nice and gentle. One more time each side. Should feel good, should start to feel a little bit looser. You should be feeling that tension breaking up. I've just been for a run myself. It was quite an intense one, so I need this. It feels good. I'm going to come back to the center. We're going to get a nice twist through the shoulders and the upper back area. So right hand is going to place onto the left knee. We're going to get that left hand back and get nice and tall. Use the hand on the knee to twist and look over that shoulder at the back. Actively just push the hand into the floor to get that twist a little bit, and then squeeze round, take a nice breath out, and then just slowly release back to the center. Relax the shoulders. So other hand to the other knee, right hand behind, nice and tall, and then again, use the hands into the floor on that knee to twist. A little bit of a squeeze the breath out, and then come back to the center nice and slowly. Relax the shoulders, give them a wiggle. I'm going to get nice and comfortable onto your bum, taking your feet nice and wide now. We're going to get into the groin and into the hamstrings at the back of the thighs as well, which do a lot of work and open them up. So we can stay here, feet nice and wide, hands behind the hips, relax the shoulders. So if this is a good stretch for you, stay here. And then as we go left and right, you just move left and right here. This is option one. Option two, you could go a little bit deeper. This is not a challenge to your ego, so don't let the ego go, I'm going to go there. And then you get here and you're like, this is not good. Listen to your body. So if he is good enough, stay behind the hips with the hands. But maybe if it feels good, you could rest the hands on the inside of the hips as well. But again, get nice and tall through the spine. And then just start with a really slow, put the weight into the left heel and left hip, and bring the weight into sorry, this is the left. So left for you, it's my right, your left, and then come over to the right. Still keep thinking about keeping that spine nice and long so we're not collapsing through the spine. Relax the shoulders all the time. Try and let the breathing slow down, if you can, in and out through the nose. And again, we're getting into the groin, the inner thighs, getting into the hamstrings, which do a lot of work for us. So think about just slightly digging those heels in. So you just get a little bit more out the stretch as you lean over to one side and then the other. So how was your run? Did it feel good? Did it feel challenging? Did it go as expected? And if it didn't, whatever. Don't dwell on it. You're here now working it on your body, helping it recover for the next run. And then we're going to bring, so this is my left again, but your right. So we're going to go right leg. So take the hands behind the hips. Right leg will come like this on the inside of the hips. This left leg now will swoop foot round to the outside of the hip. And then what we're going to do from here is we're going to take hold, we're going to go into the quads and the hip flexors. We're going to take hold of that left foot with the left hand and pull the foot towards the hip. Maybe already starting to feel a good stretch. If not, what we can do is creating more intensity. We can take this back hand, so the right hand, further back round, and then look over that back shoulder and keep pulling that heel towards the hip. And we always keep everything dynamic in my practice, in my shorter practices. So just pulse with that. So pulse really slowly, heel to the hip as you look behind towards the hand at the back. Keep the shoulders relaxed, and I'll just explain quickly if you're not familiar with my practice. Dynamic practice is the quickest, most efficient way to reset the central nervous system, your body's perception of where your tightness is. You reset those signals, you can breathe, you can relax, and you can say to your body, this is where we are going back to. We're resetting back to this nice, relaxed, stretched, light feeling. So we're breaking free of that tension. Okay, and then release that foot to the floor. We're just going to switch around now, so you can take the legs back out into that nice wide position that we was in, and then bring that left foot in and the right foot to the outside of the hip. Take hold of the right foot and the right hand. We're going to slowly pulse with this to the hip. This left hand comes back and around to the point that we can feel that really good stretch in that quad and hip flexor area on that right side. Keep the shoulders relaxed, keep the elbows bent. And again, you can always just wiggle the foot, the hand at the back, further round, or bring it back more to the front to find more or less intensity. Play about with that. And once you find it, try and keep everything relaxed, apart from the hand pulling into the stretch, pulling and releasing, and make sure you're breathing in and out through the nose. And smile. Smiling's really good. Even a fake smile, force one, it tricks the mind to feel good. Keep breathing. Okay, and then slowly coming back round to the centre again. And then this time I'm going to bring this right foot round and touch it against the bottom of the left foot. I'm going to get into the inner thighs. So get nice and tall. Sometimes these can get a little bit tight and achy. So bring the heels as close to the hips as you can. I'm going to start with a foot massage. Now, our feet are amazing. They are the foundations, they are the root to the floor. Every single footstep, I've just done a long run, maybe 17,000 steps. So 8,500 steps each one of these feet have done. My foot has done. So what we're going to do, 4 fingers where your laces would be, and get your thumbs and squish all the way into the arches of the feet. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, and just work your way through the arches of your feet. Give it a nice squish on each arch. Just massage, do little circles like with the thumbs, so you're just working right into it. So this is really good again for things like helping prevent plantar fasciitis, so you're keeping all the fascia and the muscles supple and healthy, the tissue's healthy in that area, stimulating those toe muscles. So just giving everything a good squish and massage around, work your way through the whole of the middle of the foot, push the thumbs in, find something that feels good, and then work into it. Maybe working into the balls, give the balls of the feet, so the knuckles parts, give them a little squish. Just notice how nice that feels. To look after your feet. Thanks, feet. Thanks for doing all those thousands of steps. Thank you for carrying my body weight around on that run. Thank you for taking that pounding. So important that we appreciate our feet. Give the heels a little squish, and then just bring the hands around the toes, and then just have a little bit of a wiggle left and right. But as we're going left and right into the hips, we're also just allowing the chest to bow slightly towards the feet a little bit as well as we do that. So we're staying nice and tall through the spine now, and keep the shoulders and the jaw relaxed as you breathe and move. And then we're just going to come back up. So we're trying to get as many areas in such a short space of time. We've gone through pretty much the whole of the body. We're going to bring the right leg out. I'm going to sit back onto to the mat facing top. I'm going to have a good bend in the knee and pull the toes up. I want to get into the calf muscle area. We will get the hamstrings with this, but let's go down. So left foot is towards the right thigh. Have a good bend on that knee and then really pull with those toes towards the knee. Pull and then release. Pull and then release. We're going to get that into the Achilles and into the calf muscle. If you're not, just straighten the leg a touch more and keep breathing and pulsing with that. So pulse and release. Really pull the toes as well to get into the arch of the feet. So all of this area, the big toe, the plantar fasciitis, the plantar area, and then all the way into the Achilles and all the way into the calf muscle, keeping that supple and healthy, and then switching. You can feel that, just feels so nice. So switch left leg out nice and long, have a bend in that knee, really pull those toes, and then bend the toe, big toe back as well, and really pull and then release. Really slow release, so we don't want to be too aggressive. And then just pulse with that now. Let's continue to pulse with that. And if you've enjoyed this practice, I just got one thing to ask. I know it can get boring me saying this every single video if you keep watching my videos, so I do apologise, but it is helping my channel grow, and we are getting the message out to more runners not to skip the stretch. Runners get injured all the time, and part of injury prevention is stretching and keeping your body supple and healthy. So if we can spread the message to more runners are going to stay injury free. So let's stay on this mission together, and you can do that by supporting my channel by simply giving the channel, this video, a thumbs up. Say thanks for the video in the comments. Just leave a comment saying thanks for the video, Ash. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and share this video with a fellow running friend. And those are free and simple ways. I'm not asking you to pay any money, just simply a little bit, 2 seconds of your time, and it really does help the channel. So I do greatly appreciate bringing that leg in. I do greatly appreciate your support. So how does your body feel now? Thank you, and I shall see you in the next video. Well done for looking after your body.